It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Fred Warner. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the 49ers and the Cards. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game and you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Play action. Now it's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. In motion right is Wilson. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. They run over center with Benson to about the 40-yard line. The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game: 14 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Murray now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Looking for Danny Gray that time. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. Well, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing now is Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gunter. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. You look at this Arizona defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a 1st down. The Niners at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Off play action. Gunter. Little short pass here to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Cards are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
In motion right is Wilson. Murray going to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Murray. Open man here is Benson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Now Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Baron Browning able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Gunter. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them give it an inch, And that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And this will be taken at the 13. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal offense takes back over. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gunter finding Hardman here over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On the give, it's Guerendo. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Here's Guerendo on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Gunter. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Gunter. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
12 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
A give up the middle with Benson. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, right back to Benson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
37-yard line.
Murray now. A short one here, caught by McBride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, Murray goes right back to McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Murray. That's caught. It's the tight end Ryman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and a couple. In motion, right one of the tight ends. Shotgun now for Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Murray now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, we don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board. Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. In motion left, Hardman. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. A 20-point win, 34-14, the final. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting L.A. Rams who get the victory in that one. Justin Fields, a touchdown pass in the victory. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. His touchdown run was the lone score of those first 2 quarters as his guys hold a 7-0 lead. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. There's a short one caught by Ryman, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Baron Browning able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now an option play on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Murray going to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second and 9 now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gunter. That is caught. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Niners have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he rifles one incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
San Francisco.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Gunter.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Looking to throw. Gunter. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Handoff here, Guerendo.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Gunter, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mecole Hardman
from a yard out.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Murray. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Murray. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw is Murray.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson
from 4 yards out.
And the Cards have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And running with power here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run with Garindo.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Gunter. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now Murray. Open man, here's Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Murray to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Tucker now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49ers offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up the chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Here we go, this to avoid overtime. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gunter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. A handoff running right, Guerrero. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackle machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Well, what can Murray do now with his drive? He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Murray now to throw. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series broke everything on the line then.
Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Another try for Guerendo.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
3rd down and 13.
Back to throw. Gunter. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 43. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On 1st down, it's Benson.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
3rd and 12. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Cardinals win it.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Cardinals, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home